Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to ask a particular question to my senior, Sir Mr. Zahid Chaudhry, who is the solicitor of the Senior Courts of England and Wales. The question is regarding of an extended family member of an European national who a few months ago who submitted their application for EU family permit as an extended family member of the EU national to join them in the United Kingdom. Initially, that application has been refused with the appeal right. So we had to take this case to the appeal and we got the brilliant result today. And I'm just going to ask a question. What was the case was about, and why the entry clearance officer did refuse the application in the first place, and then what was the ground for appeal, and how he managed to win the appeal in the court. So normally we don't get many successful applications when people make application for extended family permit as an European family member. And I have heard today you have received one brilliant successful news. The court allowed your appeal for the applicant. It was the extended family member of European national. Just so curious a bit that what exactly was the situation when you initially submitted the application, and then why it has been refused, and then what was your ground that you went to the court all the way and you won the appeal for the applicant.
Thank you, Abdullah, for asking me these questions. As you correctly said, normally when we make an application for family permit as an extended family members, normally we don't get a good result because obviously criteria under previous regulation 2016 is quite high. And we have to prove that the applicant is financially and emotionally dependent on EA national sponsor. This case where we got a successful result today, this appellant made an application for family permit to join his European sister-in-law and brother, who is a Pakistani national, but initial family permit application was refused on, again, dependency issues. And I appeal against this decision and rely on two, three good cases. Obviously, Rise is a case which actually discussed the dependency issue, and similarly the Doho, so which say this one who is actually dependent, and there are like 4 categories. So I think in this particular case which you mentioned, judge has followed the correct legal procedure and guideline. We try to convince a tribunal that the tribunal has to find out what is a position at the date of hearing. And there is no such legal requirement that we have to, our applicant has to prove that why he is dependent on EA national. So in this particular appeals, I convinced the judge through the legal procedures that look, although he is an extended family member, but under regulation 8.2 he discharged all the requirements under that particular regulation. And there is another case law which say even if the applicant is able to get a job, he still can be dependent on EA national family member. And judge actually mentioned this in this decision letter and allow this appeal. The second thing is obviously there is a prolonged dependency. Here, in this particular appeal, there was a dependency over a period of 7-8 years, and judge accepted that. So from this video, I will simply say, yes, whenever you go for your application, please explain fully, mention legal grounds, and if your application refused for any reason, you have to make a good grounds of appeal, and hopefully if you provide a good evidence and good legal skeleton arguments, so I hope that your appeal will be successful. These are my only few suggestions for someone who wish to make an application or appeal for extended family members. So I hope if they follow the correct legal procedures and rely on the correct legal test, definitely they will be able to get a good result. Thank you.